When there is evil in this world that justice cannot defeat, would you taint your hands with evil to defeat evil? Or would you remain steadfast and righteous, even if it means surrendering to evil? Welcome everybody to Taku Katsu. This is, I want to say, episode 16?
Episode 17.
17.
Yeah, so close.
And we have today the wonderful host that we always have, Patrick.
How's it going, guys?
And Vicky.
Ohio, minasan.
And myself, Cori Andre. We are here to talk about episodes of anime, new and old. We do the first episode. We pick a random, well, not random. We pick a show, usually from the current season or something we really like. And that is what Taku Katsu is about. So this week, we're going to talk about Attack of the Wall of Maria, Lelouch of the Iron-Blooded 86s, also known as 86.
86, my birth year.
As always, we talk about what we like, what we didn't like, and if we would watch it in the future. So 86 is, as I said, the Attack of Wall of Maria, Lelouch of the Iron-Blooded Orphans. That is the description. If you don't understand, you need to watch more anime. But for more information, the show is about a country that has a bunch of silver-haired people, and they think they're awesome. And they have a war that they're engaged in with another country who has autonomous drones. And these autonomous drones are badass. And this country, which has 85 districts, has its own autonomous drones. And so these silver-haired people, who are great and awesome and definitely don't have problems, are fighting this war against these other people. But unbeknownst to the main 85 districts, there's an 86 district full of not silver-haired people who are piloting these machines to fight the drones, because they really don't have the technology to fight this drone empire. Mm-hmm. And so that's what this show basically is about. It's about one of the real citizens, quote unquote, of the. I actually don't remember the name of the country. What they called themselves. You know, the silver
something.
The Five Flags Silver Hair.
Yeah, and so she's the commander. The main character, one of the main characters, is the commander of, you know, these 86s, as they're called, 86ers, whatever. They're a basketball team almost. Anyway, so she's the commander. It's all done via it's a weird like interface where they connect via. It's like basically there's a telephone in everybody's head, and they're able to connect to everybody with your brain. It's actually kind of a cool technology idea, but it like practically, I'm like, why would you do this as a commander in war? Like, she can't see through their eyes. She just looks at a map. So it's like radio. Just it's radio, head. But more in your head. Yeah, radio in your head. So it's just use radio. I don't know. Exactly. I don't see the benefit at all. Like, it's really cool technology, but it's like
you can just call them.
Yeah. Just call them on the phone. Anyway, I really, 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 really wanted to watch this show. I watched 3 episodes, and then before Vicky got on, before the show started, I was literally just going to be like, oh, just watch another episode. I don't care. There's only, 4 or 5 episodes out now. There's probably another one coming out in the next couple days. So we should be good on that. I'm clearly going to watch this show, so I will save my comments for last, because I always have stuff to say. Oh. So let's go, Vicky. Thoughts?
I do like this show. It's a bit like when you like Tanya the Evil for the military aspects, because it's like the repercussions of the choices, like having this secret drone army that's piloted by actual humans. Like, that's so messed up. And that no one else knows about this 86 district, like, where all the pretty much regular non-silver-haired people are. Like, all I'm thinking really is the 85 districts are one virus away from wiping everyone out because of the homogenous gene.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I could focus on, was that one cough and like all of it. There's only the 86th district left. But
somebody's been reading the manga. Right? That'd be a twist, though, right?
Is it? Yeah, it's set up for it, but it reminds me a lot of Ender's Game,
of course,
with how there's a commander commanding these autonomous, quote unquote, autonomous drones, but they're not. It's an actual war, just like the kids were commanding actual people in war.
Pause. So, how have we not discussed Ender's Game in depth? How have we not? And we've known each other for too many years. How have we not? I know
you do.
Look, I'm not talking about.
I know you do.
I know.
See, Patrick knows. Why have we not had this conversation?
I know.
Because look.
Are you talking about
that's a whole nother podcast.
The whole series.
That's a whole episode. That'll be a whole new episode.
Anybody who's listening to this who wants to have an Ender's Game podcast or just invite me, I will do it. Please. I don't have anyone to talk to about this show or this book. I do not want to talk about Orson Scott Card at all. I have a lot of things I can say about that.
I love Ender's Game.
I love the movie.
I read the books before it was a movie.
That was a bad movie, and I love that movie because it's part of the books. I don't care. The only thing I don't have is like it was all right. The comic book, because I think his daughter did the comic book, and I'm like,
really?
Pass. Not because it's bad, just because I got other stuff to do. I will read the books again.
Mm-hmm.
Love Ender's Game. I love the entire universe of Ender's Game. All right, sorry. Also, Crest of the Stars. Continue.
Haven't seen Crest of the Stars.
And Ready Player One. But go on.
Hey, no. Please don't put those together. I haven't even seen the movie.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I know it's totally different, but yeah. But go on.
It was alright. But it's that kind of like futuristic thing that could actually happen. Like, I could see America totally doing like, we're so good, we've got autonomous drones. It's like, nah, it's just black folk piloting these things.
Wow. That would be...
Oh, man.
Okay, wait, though.
You're not wrong.
I would watch that movie, though.
I don't think you're wrong about that.
I would watch that movie.
Yeah. I would hella watch that movie.
I mean, you kind of have to call that movie Tuskegee or something stupid like that, but...
Yep.
I would watch that movie.
Tuskegee Legacy. Oh, there we go.
It's so on the nose.
This is the political war anime that we're gonna watch, and we're discussing all of these like the scandals.
Oh, man.
This is the show that does it.
So keep going. Go ahead.
Yep. But first, can we go back to the quote you said at the beginning of the episode?
Yeah.
Just a quick another sidebar. Yeah. When you said that, all I could think of was like the current events happening now with Representative Cheney being. Is it Cheney?
Being
ousted.
The daughter of the former vice president, yes. I actually very recently watched the movie Vice, starring Batman. Mm-hmm. That was an interesting movie to watch.
The good Batman? Or
look, I will always say...
One with the nipples.
I will always say that Christian Bale was good, but my Batman, 1989 Batman. That's my Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Wait, is that Val Kilmer?
No.
Oh, Michael Keaton. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay,
that's my Batman. That's my Batman.
Best Batman. Hold on.
I mean, look, if you watch the movies, the old 89 Batman and the 1991 Batman are pretty campy, but that's my Batman. But Christian Bale is a fantastic Batman, so anyway. Let's
rank the Batmans real quick. Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer.
No. I'm gonna put TV Batman over every Batman after those.
Adam West as number one?
Adam West. No. I'm putting Adam West as number 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because as much as I don't really care for Val Kilmer Batman at all. But as much as I like George Clooney as a person and an actor, not knowing him at all.
His Batman was trash.
His Batman was not any better than Val Kilmer's Batman. And... No. Like, the goofier the Batman got, the less I cared. But Adam West Batman was like, look, we're silly. We're on TV. Let's go. That's and I'm like, bam, I got it. That's what I need. Either be campy or be a movie that's not campy. Because I could stand the campiness up to 1989 Batman. Mm-hmm. Because another hot take, and it's not a hot take because it's been 20 years, Tobey Maguire is the worst Spider-Man. Stop it!
Oh
Stop
my goodness!
it!
Stop.
What?
He was
boy.
never good. I don't care. I
You
don't.
love
I
Spider-Man.
literally, 99% of the population thinks I'm wrong, and they are wrong. I am right. Tobey Maguire is a terrible Peter Parker.
Oh,
And I do not like it. And I know that the money says otherwise, and the fact that he had 3 movies says otherwise, and that he made a good life out of those 3 movies, and he danced in the 3rd one for some dumb reason, but I don't like those movies, and I
gotta know the
specifically
lore.
get on his case.
You gotta know the
Yep.
You gotta know the lore behind those decisions.
It's so campy. I don't like it.
I don't disagree with you on that.
And I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero. So I have a very strong connection with the fact that I watched that movie. I'm like, I don't like him as Peter Parker. I don't care about him as Spider-Man.
I do agree that I believe that Tom Holland is better Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It goes Tom Holland, the second one, and
Andrew
then
Garfield.
Tobey Maguire is my third.
The second
You don't
one.
even remember Andrew Garfield. Just like the second one.
Andrew Garfield.
I 100% think that he was a better Spider-Man. I definitely will agree, even though I still don't like Tobey Maguire, that his portrayal as Peter Parker was very cocky, and people didn't like that.
Garfield? Well, he
Yeah.
was a college age adult
Garfield,
Peter
Well,
Parker.
he was in
that
high
like,
school at the end of the first movie, so
Garfield?
They were going.
Oh,
No. The character was going to college. That's what I meant.
Yep,
I don't know.
yep,
Maybe you
yeah.
didn't. Anyway, point is, everyone disagrees with me, but Tobey Maguire was not a good choice.
I just want an adult Peter Parker so we can have a Spider-Man Deadpool crossover movie. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Marvel, if you're out there listening, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, make it happen. Oh, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Deadpool, make it happen.
Yes. Side note: the animated Batman is the best Batman.
Oh,
Batman,
you
the
mean
animated series?
Yeah,
best
you mean
Batman.
like yeah. Mark
Yeah.
Hamill
Really?
as
Really
Joker,
the best Batman.
I can't
Yes.
remember his name as
Yep.
Batman, as the voice actor, but yeah, fantastic.
That is a damn good Batman.
best.
I've never loved Batman more than when I watched that cartoon as a child.
Me neither. Yep.
So
exactly.
good. And that Joker, iconic.
Anyway, we are so off topic.
Wait.
This would have been a
back-
great
back to-
B-side, but we didn't even get to the part where you were done saying what you liked about this show.
Well, back to interjection 2, I think.
Back to 86.
I know you love Ender's Game. That's why I brought it up, because I was surprised you didn't.
I feel like we didn't. It's not in space, but anyway, go ahead.
Okay, back to tangent number 3.
Look, you want to talk about this game? I will talk about it all day. We will watch Crest of the Stars. I'll compare it. I will talk about everything. We'll talk about Tsundere. I love Crest of the Stars. I love Ender's Game.
All right.
Moving on back to 86,
Okay.
which is a pretty good military anime. Vicky.
Yep. Well, that ends my time of what I like about it. Just, people are going to get sick because they're homogenized, and it's so like Ender's Game that I'm there for it. Patrick, what'd you like? Keep it to 5 interjections or less.
All right. I'm gonna.
Good thing we
I have
started
to interject
early
to the beginning of. I have to interject to the beginning of what Cori said. Yeah, I really do like the show too. It has a nice mix of because in the beginning, okay, so the main thing I really like the show is that it's showing both sides, and they're the really two extremes. We got the nice royalty country who's has no guilt and no shame of we're the best.
Utopia.
We have no laws. Yep, the utopia of the silver-haired people. And then you've got after that first part, it goes to the second part where it shows the nitty-gritty soldiers and just man, they make no time to just say, yo, this is the tipping point. Robots being fighting, someone dies, and the main character has to mercy kill his friend, and it's just man, that is brutal. So we get this kind of flip of oh, it's just a mecha anime, right? And then she goes and she's that little she has that little food tidbit where it's it becomes all cutesy, and then literally jump cut to brutal killing. I'm man, it's showing the both sides of it's literally first episode political commentary of the higher ups and the lower people. doing the things. And I think as the first episode, it really did show like both sides and really drew me in. So I'm really interested to see like the interaction of the commander and those the people. So I'm genuinely interested to see how that works out, because like we got the cold-hearted military person who's in 86, and then we've got the hopeful commander to try to like get the team on. And so I think it's a good balance of the show, and it really pulls you in, especially if you like the mecha and political aspect of the show. So but yeah, that's kind of what I liked about it. Really is an interesting story.
Yeah, it's mecha with a small m. It's not Gundam. It's not Code Geass. It's not anything else that exists that has giant robots, Macross. It's nothing like that. It's just like little tanks, robotic tanks, like without wheels, because wheels are definitely not the most efficient way to travel a big heavy thing. But anyway,
no, you need the legs like spiders.
Yeah.
Some really cool,
kind of like the Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, yep. The Tachikoma.
What are they called?
Yeah, it's like those, but crappier. So yeah, it's like, hey, we got a country, and we have we have little Tachikomas but no AI, versus the country that's all AI, and it's like, oh yeah, you losing. And it was really cool because their mechs were clearly, like, you could see it in the animation, like worn down, old, dirty, rusted. And then when you see them fight the enemy, which I don't remember if you see it in the first episode, do you?
Yeah,
like they're like shiny. You're like,
a little bit.
Woo! You guys got the iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. They have the mask.
I got a flip phone. You got an iPhone. You kicking my butt. Like, yeah, I see why you are oppressing people. 85, whatever the name of the country is. I really like the show. So, as I said earlier, Attack of Wall Maria, right? They built a wall around 85, and then with the 86ers, after declaring them not citizens, making them fight so that they don't get the wall destroyed and kill everyone in 85, right?
Wow.
And then Lelouch of the Iron-Blooded 86, right? In Code Geass, they're called 11s because they're dehumanized. These are 86ers dehumanized. Iron-Blooded Orphans, same basic thing. A bunch of people, mostly under the age of 20, are conscripted or at least placed in a position where they are only able to engage in war. If you haven't watched Iron-Blooded Orphans, it's a Gundam. It's pretty good. Not my favorite, but not in any way bad. Just pretty good. They're all like young for the most part. Some of them are older. They're kind of conscripted. They're required to be there for some amount of time, which obviously means they die before they leave. That's hinted at in like the second episode, I think. And then they have to just fight this war, So that's why it's like those three things. It's like Attack on Titan, where it's like you're just building a wall to protect yourselves against the outside forces that you don't understand, because they don't understand. And they establish in the second episode or third episode why they're getting, or why they think they're getting attacked. And for some reason, everyone inside thinks it's only 2 more years until all the robots stop attacking us.
Right. They kept bringing that up.
And I'm like, that's not going to end well. There's no way that's going to end well. Because they're like, they only have 500,000 hours of operating time. You think... So this is technically a spoiler for one of the earlier episodes. It's just a plot point. It's not a plot point, but it's a belief of the people in the world. These robots killed their creators and are attacking them on autopilot for 6 years.
Wow,
that's awesome.
And they're like, they're gonna run out of battery in 2 years. So all we have to do is sit back and wait. And I'm like, that's some stupid. That is not planning. That's just hoping that it works out great for you.
Yep.
Because you see the soldiers getting drunk and all the commanders basically getting drunk in 80. And you're like,
yeah, none
of them care. None of them are trying. Main character is trying. Anyway, you were saying, Vicky?
Well, it's kind of like this Black Mirror episode where, I think it was Black Mirror, the like the Amazons of the world make drones and stuff to deliver packages, and then eventually they kill all the people and just keep producing packages. But there's like people living wild, and they're trying to like still kill those people because it's inefficient to have people. You gotta have packages. But unbeknownst to the people, they're machines built by the packaging company to try to like bring back humans so that they can give them packages. It's wild. Spoiler for that episode of Black Mirror. But it just reminds me of that the AI kill their creators and they're like, oh, well, our purpose is to kill, so here we go. Wow. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely ties into like the whole AI concept. I mean, that alone is pretty interesting.
Right?
I want to like definitely want to watch more for that. But that whole AI conversation is like, yep, that sounds right. That's totally believable. Like,
like at the end of the
about
day,
to happen one day.
all I want to know is when it's all said and done, are they dead? Is the enemy actually dead and it's just AI reproducing indefinitely? Kind of like Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think so.
Spoiler, sorry. Anyway,
yeah.
Or
I
didn't say anything. Or are they? Because if they're really dead and they're just going to go, like, why can't the robots just keep making more and then their operation time don't matter? Like,
I think that's probably what's happened.
It's one of those two things, probably. And it's like, if that's what we're starting with, either this show is going to have a really good twist or it's going to fall flat. And I am there for it.
Right.
Oh, it's just so cool. It's got a lot of things. Like, my only real criticism is at first at least, and this is what I wrote, it seems like it could be very formulaic. Like, girl meets guy, guy's stoic, he's the leader, he's going to be the best. People are going to die around him, he's going to get to the point where he can leave, he won't leave, because he's not going to die, he's like a main character. And then stuff happens. Like, maybe a little formulaic, but obviously I'm down with this show.
I don't know if it's going to be a thing, because they had a sign, the 86ers in their house compound thing, that it was like 129 days until they're done.
That's the main characters. That's the main character.
Oh.
He is going to be done in 129 days.
I don't get the feeling that he's going to be done. Like,
oh, no, he's definitely not. But again, that's part of a formula. Like, I'm the hero, I'm the best. I'm not leaving. Mm-hmm. I have to protect my it's like my nakama. You know what I mean? Like, this is my comrade. I can't leave you. Oyobun.
Yeah, he's the old. He's like the old veteran, but he's like a young one. Like, oh yeah, we gotta bring back the old veteran, but he's like, no, I can't quit. Like, I'm like, you can retire, and like you said, they mentioned the whole 2-year aspect and the dates is like the show makes a point to like show the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever they cut like March 20 or like March 18th to 21, whatever. So like I'm thinking like because I think they just jumped cut. Maybe that's just only for the first episode, but like they made a big point of like it's in 2 years, 2 more years, and then we're done. But like you said, obviously there's something going to be happening. That's
there's either going to be a fantastic twist, or they're going to fall flat. It's got to be. It's going to be really, really awesome. Or it's going to be like, what? That was it? Okay.
Yeah,
War's over.
You're totally right. I do have a lot of high hopes for this show because the concept and like the idea. Again, there are little tidbits, but it's really playing on a different aspect. And you are rooting. I think I just realized that the 86ers, like you're rooting for them because like they're the underdog, and they're like, we gotta really. It's kind of like a sports. To me, I'm thinking of it as for like, we gotta root for this team. 86. The name 86 itself is like a team name. I'm like, let's go 86. Yeah, let's go. Exactly, like the humans versus the AI. Like, there's that common like battle. I'm just like, oh come on, guys, you guys can make it. But on
the flip side, you don't root for the white-haired folks. Like, you're just like those, because it's weird. They dehumanize the 86ers, but on the flip side, the 86ers call them pigs, and they're like,
well, I mean, and they even say like, look, you treat us like nothing. We treat you like your shit because you discriminate against us. So why wouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't you discriminate against the people discriminating against you? If you have no power, your response is to what? Give in? Give up?
Nope.
Maybe.
I mean,
or you say, you guys are evil, I hate you.
But they still do their duty.
Well, what else are they going to do? Is So one, what happens when you do your tour of 6 years or whatever it is? I don't know. We're going to find out. Two, do they become citizens? Obviously they don't, because if they did, people would be like, where's this person come from?
Mm-hmm.
85, 86. There's no 86. Oh yeah, I was in those robots that I'm not supposed to tell you. No. That's not happening.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's all hidden.
There's something going on, and we're gonna find out. And we're, Soylent Green is people. Like, something's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting. It's good. It should be really interesting.
It just seems tragic.
Yeah.
Kind of like number 6, where there's like this bubble of a society, and then outside of it, there's other folks, and like they're just got the short end of a stick, and they want in, but at what cost? It's going to cost a lot.
Yep. One thing that I noticed very third episode was like, wait a minute, why she got silver hair? So one of the 86ers has silver hair, and the only thing I've noticed about her is that she's got like a little mole on her face. That's it.
Oh,
so I'm like,
dang.
What's she doing out there? There's something about that too. Like, the more I talk about the show, the more I'm like, this show is deeper than I thought.
Yeah. It feels tragic.
Yeah, it really fit. Again, when I was watching it, like, it's like very political symbolism, especially within like the current time. Like with any time of wartime that if you were watching anime, you'd be like, "Yep, this is talking about war, society. We're slowly getting to drone attacks and all these things." It's just like all of this, political war, banter and everything. It's like, yep, it's pretty on the nose. Like you just kind of like see it. Like, okay, you could compare this to this and that and that. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's if you like that type of thing, you're definitely gonna be like in for the show.
Yeah. It's very in-depth, and like there's so much to it. The mystery, like, why are they doing this? Why don't the 86ers leave and start their own country?
Right, they're outside the wall. They could theoretically just go, but I mean, okay. On that fact, I mean, people don't leave their homes. Like, you don't just leave your home. Unless you have
even when it treats you shitty.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
people stay in some terrible places because it's theirs.
Yeah, that's true.
This is mine. I'm not giving it up to you.
That's true.
Like, I don't understand what the in-story logic is, but people do that.
Right. But on that end, it's like the people, the 85. I don't know, the 85 districts who are like secluded or closing themselves in. Like the 86ers are like, I don't know if they're like refugees or anything. Like they can't. There's no place that will accept them. And
they
so
definitely can't go in the
fight.
walls. That's the thing. So
yeah, like
they got two options.
They're not going to be accepted from the people of the silver-haired people. I guess I don't know.
And it's this huge secret. Like how it's a huge secret. It's crazy.
I wonder if the 86 district is made up of the people that are birthed in the 85 districts, and if like they are not homogenous, they're just like shipped right out. And
man, that would be a whole other thing. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
because again, silver haired girl, she got a mole though.
Like imperfections are seen as like, oh no, outcast immediately. Hey,
exactly. Happy song, really, really, really tragic, traumatic, deeper meaning.
Yep, like that's when she had the chiffon cake, and she was like, "Real eggs, real milk." The 86ers are eating real eggs. They probably have milk, if they've got cows. But it's like, why is everything in the 85 district so shitty that it's all artificial? But in the 86, like they can have the real stuff. They have to work for it, but they can have real stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for an Android aspect of it. Like, maybe not play a part, but something like if that's like in my mind with AI. Like, okay, sounds good.
Something's happening. I cannot. Yeah. Such an interesting show. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of anything I don't like about it, and I'm like, there's not really anything. It kind of had a slowish start, but it wasn't so slow that it was just like, ugh, this is boring. It was more like setting up for the motivations of what she's doing. That's probably my, like, what is her motivations? Why does she care? We don't see that so much. You just see her caring.
Yeah. Episode 3 gets into it. Episode 4 kind of gets the other side. One really cool thing, you mentioned this earlier, is that they will spend maybe not 10 minutes, but they'll spend like 2-3 minutes on a scene from one perspective, and then do the exact same thing from the other perspective, and they'll like go back like an extra 30 seconds and like lead into the scene. So like there's a scene where so the 86's peoples, they have a cat. And in one scene, and this might be there's a scene I can't remember episode 1, 2, and 3 because I watched them back to back. So there's a cat, it's doing stuff, and on one side of the call, because you can't, it's a phone call basically. You hear what one person, you're hearing what the commander's saying, what she's saying, and you see how all of the 86 people are responding, and they're kind of like making faces and signs or whatever. And then a sound happens, and she's like, "What's that?" And they're like, "It's a blah, blah, blah." And then on the flip side, same conversation, but you see where she's coming from, and she hears like one sound, and hears a different sound, and she's like, "What's that?" And she doesn't understand, and it's just like, it's great.
They don't have cats. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I do. I mean, like you said, it is very interesting because, like, maybe some people may not like that, like the jump cutting. Because I guess we could dive into what we don't like about it, but it's just a little bit of criticism that it's one of the show. It seems like one of the shows where, like I said, they're gonna jump cut because there's 2 storylines. Where like, here's what happened on March 18th, and we go to like March 22nd, and let's go back to March 20th, and but they use it to like a really good effect, like you said, where one of the parts where the cat was they're at the eating, and first episode they're eating at the table, and the cat like jumps at one of the people, and then when before it makes impact, we jump cut to her and being like in the like piloting, and she's like, oh, like kind of flashes forward and flashes backwards. So the story doesn't seem linear, but because it kind of cuts both into it, but it's kind of like it's cool because you piece that puzzle and you piece kind of like an overall storyline, because they could do it in a way where they just cut it linear, but they don't do a linear story. And they were in the first episode, so I don't know if they continue that type of storytelling in the future. But that's if it kind of if you see Memento, like that, it's kind of like you're piecing. They're giving you all the pieces, but they're not in the correct order. So you kind of you're getting these mixed feelings back and forth between all of the characters, and a little confusing sometimes because again, I didn't realize like, are they all robots? Are they being piloted? And then, until Cori gave me the summary, I was like, okay, yep, what I thought was correct. Like, that is what's happening.
Yeah,
but it might be a little confusing though, at first.
When the cat jumps at the guy, is that the guy that dies?
I think so, maybe.
I saw that, I was like, oh man, they gave me that sweet little, the cat jumped at him, and then he fucking dies, and I'm like, the force shot. See, that's good. They grandpa'd me again.
Yeah.
Look, more than one person dies. Let me just say that.
Yeah. And there's this thing where they're like, everyone was able to go, and it's kind of like, are they talking about dying in war as going someplace? It was just like...
They retired. They, quote-unquote, retired.
I guess. Like, that's some way to go, but dang. It just makes me sad.
Another interesting fact is in the first episode when she... so she's interacting with other people, and they're like, you're too nice to us, blah, 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 blah. The reason she gets transferred to this group, because they're like an elite fighting force, is because every commander they get quits or commits suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And then they pretty much establish right away, it's like, she doesn't, like, the way it happens, it's not on purpose. They just go insane, or they quit, or they die. So, they don't really, like, there's a good chance that she's going to get messed up. And it's not because she's a terrible person. We don't know why. Is it
something
his magical ghost powers? Yeah. Para.
Yeah.
Wait, he's got ghost powers?
No, I just kind of made that up. So, whatever causes the commanders to lose their stuff and retire or go crazy is something that happens the 86ers know it happens, and then they don't control it. So they know it's going to happen. They're just like, whatever, come on.
It's got to be something like hearing people die that many times of like a unit has got to mess someone up over time.
But it's specifically like just this unit, though.
Oh, wow.
It has nothing to do with any of the other ones. Just this one.
Weird.
Yeah. Like I think, Vicky, like you said, like on the surface, like, oh, it's like the trauma of war, right? Like they're the ones, they experience this, they command this unit and then they experience the brutalities of war, so they want to quit or whatnot. But I think obviously there's going to be more to that. I mean, hopefully that with the para-raid unit, whatever they use, it's basically Bluetooth to the brain or something. Yeah. But with that unit, like, yeah, because they did a little bit of like hinting with the scientist lady, where like there is the new technology they're using, and that might be it's still like being developed or whatnot. But it's like, I'm assuming that there's gonna be more to it. Like maybe it might go into more of a supernatural, or like I said, the AI speaking to them. It might like again that whole Bluetooth connection to the unit. It's just like that's a whole nother aspect of it as well.
Well, in that same vein, like, so she talked about like if you try to connect your para-raid to more than just audio, it would overwhelm your brain, kill you, yada yada yada. So potentially these other commanders who, you know, they don't care about 86. They refer to them as not protocols, producers. It was some term. Processors. That's it. Yes. They refer to these human beings as processors to purposely dehumanize them. Or 86ers, you know, 86, you know, substitute your racist term. And so they refer to them as processors to dehumanize them. So they're complete jerks. Like the 86ers don't expect them to be nice to them, and the processors don't care, and the commanders don't care. So my assumption, again, this is how I think, I guess, is that the 86ers trauma gets forcefully transferred into their heads.
That kind of...
Like, it's not on purpose, but it just happens. And because they're unsympathetic assholes, it's worse. So I'm assuming it's going to happen to the main character, Commander.
I don't know, because she does seem to care. Maybe because she cares, it won't be as traumatic to her.
As traumatic. That's what I was saying. Yes. It's worse for them because they're jerks. And for her, she's going to relate better. And so it won't be the same, and she's not going to try and kill herself or quit.
Yeah. Her true superpower is empathy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because she's like earnest and hardworking and all this other stuff. Yep. And like, but of course, in episode 3, you know, it's like, yeah, you're a hard worker, but you ain't shit. It's a good episode. So,
I will definitely watch it.
Strongly recommend. All right, so instead of having like a full-on B-side, since we already kind of diverged like 16 different ways, let's just kind of talk about it, because we're going to have a short episode today anyway. So let's talk a little bit about, one, what are we watching next week?
Is that my choice?
Vicky?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
2, let's talk about what we have watched since, you know, episode 1 and where we are now. 3, we can check in on Vicky's favorite Vice that she definitely hasn't watched the end of. And then 4, we can kind of wrap up and end it there. So, Patrick, what are we watching next week? Is it you?
Oh, Vicky.
Vicky.
I already know what Vicky's going to watch next week.
Wait, Vicky, what did we watch last week? We watched...
we watched mine, Ije Naide Nakadoro-san.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So
Vicky,
it is me. We are going to watch...
I have an idea.
So my initial choice was going to be The World Ends With You, because it's finally an anime. But, Pretty Boy Detective Club.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, oh, a girl's got stars in her eyes and there's a star that disappeared.
Oh, man.
Investigated by a club of pretty boys? Hell yeah.
Bisho Shonen Detective Club.
Right. I was like, okay, hold on. Side tangent, but Vicky's first pick was Yukoku no Moriarty, which was like, again, a detective show with adult boys, but now we got the young boys.
Now it's the young boys.
Yep. I like detectives and clubs of them. Yeah, that's going to be my pick. I'm sure it will be highly enjoyable and a suspenseful thrill ride of the senses.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be another one, high school love, whatever, super boy love, whatever the heck that
Cute
was.
Earth Defense High Club love.
Yeah, that one. Words. Mm-hmm. So many words.
From what I've heard, it's like Oran High School Host Club, but with detectives.
Okay.
Yep. It sounds familiar. It looks like that.
If it's got the same appeal, I will enjoy it. But if it's not, then I will pass.
So that's what we'll watch next week. Do you have a choice for the week after, Patrick?
I wanted to do that. I forgot what it was called, but it was like, the AI robots that
yeah. Oh, that's a good choice. You're picking all the good ones.
Vivy,
we are of the same mind this time.
Vivy 4, yeah.
That one looks amazing.
That one looks amazing, and I am a fan of Hatsune Miku, so I have to pick that one. She is
Miku.
Hatsune Miku. But it's her story. She was built to save the world or something.
Yeah. We are on the same track this season, Patrick. I'm like, yes, that's the one I would have picked too. Yep, next. Oh, that one too. Let's go.
You mean you wouldn't have chosen Pretty Boy Detective Club?
No.
Unbelievable.
Nope.
There was.
Oh shit!
I would have fancied it.
No.
We're not gonna talk about it. Okay, there was an anime in this season that was very familiar to the show that we don't talk about. But
right.
But
shit! Now we're gonna do that stupid show. Damn it! Because that's the only one I can remember that I thought I was like, maybe no, I shouldn't watch that. No, we don't talk about that.
No, don't talk about it.
Or is this the one? Watch. Is that the one where we watch the similar show and then we actually talk about it?
No, we don't.
No, we're good.
No, I need to find a different show because we don't talk about it.
All right.
The trauma, the trauma of war.
True war. True war. Nothing has ever dropped so hard.
Yes. Oh boy. Definitely.
Okay,
but yeah,
so
that's our first two picks.
Got an idea of what we're probably going to watch the next 3 weeks. Vicky, have you finished that terrible show?
I have not.
Yeah, I think so.
Because real life is
not good?
Real busy.
Because of a terrible show, a terrible premise that I shouldn't have picked in the first place?
I am going to finish it this month.
Oh, okay.
Overtime. And then,
some time.
Yep.
15 days.
Because I'm moving in 5 days, and I need that weekend.
We got that on record, everybody who listens. May 31st, she will not have finished it.
So it's one that I will talk about, I think I'm going to say like July 2nd. Is that the next Saturday? The first...
What? July?
June.
June.
There we go. June. That
I
first
told
Saturday
you,
of June.
May 31st will not have finished. She's already planning to not make it. I'm going to finish it in 15 days. July.
You do realize, Cori, we have to watch the final episode of the show.
No,
June 5th.
we don't.
Context for Vicky.
No.
Yes, we do. Vicky, for research and homework, I will have to watch this with you.
Yep. Oh. Just the last one, at least.
You enjoy your registries.
But we will have a mega episode to talk about it then, because I'm sure a lot will have happened, and the recap of how long it took us to get there together. I'm doing this for you, listeners, not for myself. I'm doing it for the ones that believe revenge, any cost.
So what you're saying is, you needed to wait until you had your own house because of how horrible this show is that you couldn't watch it with other people around. And that's why you haven't finished it yet. Because that show finished like 8 weeks ago. So you're telling me I'm right.
If you put it that way, I just want to be able to
enjoy it.
Sit down and concentrate.
Enjoy it.
No.
With another person. You want to enjoy it where you feel comfortable around people. Because you don't want to watch it. You don't. You can't watch
Patrick,
it.
are you
Can't
telling me you're gonna have a watch party with Vicky at her new house?
Hey, we could.
Oh, Vicky!
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
6 hours.
Hey, I'm down
one
for that.
healer. Redo.
Oh, man.
No, a redo marathon.
Redo marathon. Redo marathon.
That would be brutal.
It's either the Justice League Snyder cut or the redo marathon.
Every time he says Helu, you take a drink.
Oh God.
Oh my God, it's so
plastered.
good. Heal counter.
We need healing at that point.
I'm not gonna make it the first episode, guys.
For real.
Man. Okay. All right. So you haven't finished that. What have you watched of the last 17 episodes, Patrick? Have you actually finished anything? Because I know we did check in like 5 episodes ago. So, where are you now?
Man, like Vicky, things have just been really busy. And again, I feel like I'm such a casual with this now. I'm like, I need to catch up because now there's so much. We watched 17 episodes and there's like so much shows that I still need to catch up on. Yep. And again, like I want to watch more Yukoku no Moriarty. I want to jump back on the Tomazaki-kun and Wonder Egg Priority. I just say these names.
Wonder Egg, yeah.
And I'm like, damn it, I need to watch it because they're right now probably 12 episodes and they're probably finished at the time.
Yeah, well, a lot of them are just
Jobless
12.
Reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good.
That's 6 hours per name. That's 6 hours per name I just listed, and I've got more names on that list.
Now, technically, it's closer to 3 because they're 19-minute episodes. Yep. I've been watching anime a long time. I know how long it takes to watch 3 episodes. 1 hour.
But if you're watching Redo Healer, you gotta get a couple, like 10 or 20 minutes like, before and after.
Sure. You might have to take a shower, clear your browser history once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
You know, check
I
your
gotta download a
cookies.
VPN.
Little antivirus section.
See, we do Healer like more of a much more like you need an hour per episode. It's just like too much content. Too much content.
Oh, I got it. You're moving because you don't want your ISP provider to know what you were watching back in March. Got it. I
don't want to be put on any watch lists for what I've watched.
You are on a watch list and you are getting off of it. You were on probation. They're like, look, you watched 8 to 9 episodes of this show. We need to make sure you're okay.
You gotta clear out your browser history of revenge.
I need to just
type Googling revenge.
Feel like, so who are you planning to murder? What did they do to you?
I see you've been doing some research.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness gracious. So okay, yeah, Vicky, have you actually watched anything to completion at this point?
I haven't, and I wish I had the time to, because as a lot of you know, I prefer the sub, so that takes a bit longer to just like, I need time to like
sit down and focus.
Right.
Not so much focus, but disappear into it. If it were like Panty and Stocking, I could put that on English and just have it on in the background.
That's what I did.
I really want to sit down and enjoy the experience all these anime give us.
Yeah. I'm invested.
Yeah.
I, like when I watch Wonder Egg Priority, I need to like full screen that nothing else is going on my computer.
Yeah. I forgot about Wonder Egg Priority. That was so good. And it's like
I'm on episode 10.
It reminds me of Madoka,
yeah.
Puella.
Just say Madoka.
Yep.
Yeah. Puella
Maho Puella PMMMM.
Puella Madoka. Yeah, that's hard to say.
Yeah.
Dang.
Puella Magic Madoka.
Yeah.
Madoka Magica.
Yep. And that was with no Googling. Good job, everybody.
Yay. But like, there's so many like that I want to watch.
Yeah, Cori, I apologize. I mean, me and Vicky are casuals. We're just so busy. I mean, Vicky's, she's busy living her life. She has reasons.
What?
Not so much me. I'm just lazy. No, I'm just lazy. No, I'm saying Vicky's got reasons. She's a grown woman.
No. know.
She's a grown, independent woman.
Hey, you know what? But you're working on your Tamazaki level up. It's okay. We get it.
Oh, yep,
you're working on your
getting
level
out there. Yep, you're getting experience.
Oh yes, that's right.
And you're building actual games. You had a successful Kickstarter. Like, you're doing stuff.
You did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Tech Fam.
I'm still.
Tech Fam.
I'm saying that now. I don't even use slang like fam like that. I'm gonna start saying that. Just like, good job, Tech Fam. People are like, what?
Sup, Tech Fam?
Tech Fam. What does he say? What up, Tech Fam? Like, and then that'll be how I know. It's like, do you actually watch anime? If you don't watch anime, you'll be like,
that's true.
What? Mm-hmm. He just said fam, but he said some other weird thing. He must not have been talking to me. But then it's like, I'm at a convention. What's up, Tech Fam? Oh shit! Yes.
Yo, Tech Fam.
Yeah. Makes no sense. In context, it makes no sense. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I wish I had better reasons. But I was going to say, similar to how the 86ers are dehumanized by like the higher ups that control them, I'm living that because I've been left in a position where I work where it's real bad. It's real bad. But when I listen to the calls about like all the various sites, it's kind of like, oh yeah, this site is fine. They're doing okay. And it's like, are we though? Because they're not talking to us. They're not asking us. Things are not fine. Things are absolutely horrible. But they talk about it. Huh?
You didn't get kidnapped, so you're good.
Well, I guess so. But you know what?
I mean,
Vicky works in a company where certain employees had the potential to be hostages.
By the time this comes out, I won't be in that same thing.
They won't know. They won't know me.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
That was specific and vague enough as to be completely worthless.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we know what you mean, but we don't know what that means.
I kind of wish for those hostage situations just so I could be like, so does this mean I'm done now? Can I be done now? I literally should get a board and be like, 129 days until I'm done. It's like 35 days until I'm done. I'm doing that when I go to work Monday. I'm going to put up a board and be like, here we go, people. It's 45 days to go. We're actually already talking about it's like 3 pay periods left. It's just a month and a half. We're splitting it up. But it's once July hits,
do they give
I
you
will
severance
watch
pay, though?
all of the things.
They give you severance pay?
No, because I will still have a job within the same company.
Oh, okay. So you're just moving. Okay. All right.
So I am busting ass for no reason.
See?
Really.
Vicky,
get your vaccine then. Get your vaccine.
No, you gotta keep going.
It's a month and a half. And
get your vaccine. Vaccine. All right.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even have time to get vaccinated because if I do and I get sick, I can't not go to work because I'm the only one that can do what I do. And
you can't get other people sick? Look, there's a logical argument I can make all day, but I get it. You're going to work a job. You're going to do what you can. I get it.
I would welcome COVID at this point just to shut down earlier and
for the
done.
2 weeks. No. Don't let the trauma. This is where bad trauma happens.
Take the hit. Take the hit for the team. Put us all out of our misery.
You're about to take out all 85. Just.
Hey, the goal is to take out 85. She's an 86er. She, at her point of view, like, she's the one that's you know.
I'm ready to be like, hey, we can all go. Let's all just go. Let's go right now.
Yeah. I mean, my advice always, just pick a day, watch one episode. It doesn't have to be every day. Just pick a day. And if you watch 2, you just doubled up for 40 minutes. Not bad.
You know what? Maybe I'll start waking up earlier and watch an episode. Like in the good old days of school, waking up early, watching an episode of Sailor Moon as I got ready, then leave her.
Yep. So Sunday morning cartoons.
Like,
that's right.
Like I've said it before, like when it's a show I'm like interested in and it's in English, boom, I just play it while I'm playing Final Fantasy, doing something kind of mindless so I can just kind of look at it. Because I got a second screen set up now. It's an old screen, so it's not that fancy or anything. It's just, I have one. But
here's the thing.
Boom.
Vicky and me, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but here's the thing. Vicky, we love the we love the subs. We need to hear the Japanese voices.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's why you do
It's so bad.
That's why you pick a day. You pick one day just to watch one thing, and then if you get into it, then you keep watching. But if you don't, you watch your one, and you live the rest of your life. You take care of your cats. You do the yard. You mow all the stuff I'm supposed to do today. All that, right? You get your stuff done, but you watch your one. You do your 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes. Get it done.
You're right.
Boom. Because that's what I like. If it's a show I really want to watch, Wonder Egg Priority, whatever. I'm watching it. I'm focused in, and I'll watch 2-3 episodes, and then if I don't come back, like I'm on 10. I'm on episode 10 of Wonder Egg Priority. I watched like 4 of those in a row. Didn't watch it for a while. Watched 2 more. Didn't watch it. Watched 2 more, and now I'm on 10. I could have been on 12 3 weeks ago, but it's not a big deal. Point is, you just find a moment, do your one little thing, and then do something else. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to be like me and like actually watch like 40 episodes in a month, but yeah. Mm-hmm. I get away with that because I just play Final Fantasy and play it on the background. Like, yeah.
Right.
What's going on?
I think the problem with me and the people like the anime watchers like me, we needed to have the anime finished, like 12 episodes finished. And we need to binge watch that like a 6-hour movie because that's how I operate. And I guess I can't wait for the every week like weekly wait. Like I need to watch it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna watch it at all. Like I need to complete it right then and there. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, sorry, Cori, I'm only on episode 2, episode 3 of this. Like it's a day for me.
Well, all I gotta do is bother you for 10 years, and then you'll finally watch Code Geass. It's fine. It's only one of the best time travel anime I've ever seen. It's fine.
And guess what? I watched
you did.
of that in one setting.
There it is. I'll take it.
There it is.
Are you talking about Steins Gate?
Steins Gate. What did I say? Code Geass?
Yes.
Oh, I make Steins Gate.
Yeah, Steins Gate.
Okay, because I was like, that's time travel?
No. It has everything else. It almost has aliens. Like, it covers a lot.
Speaking of aliens,
yeah.
if y'all have not seen what's it called? Prometheus, it's amazing. I just saw it. It's amazing. It's not anime, but it's amazing. You didn't like Prometheus?
Have you seen? Did you see? Neither of you seen Demon Slayer.
Nope.
Mugen Train. So just a real dumb side note. So System of a Down, there's a song, I can't remember, but every time I think of the term Mugen Train, I think of the lyric where he's like, a moving train, in the Staples Center, I can't remember the words. Who's singing the song? But yeah, anyway.
It's not Toxicity. It's not Chop Suey. It's not Aerials.
No, it's not that one either.
That's all the System of a Down songs I can think of. BYOB?
I know what it is. No, it's not that one.
Well, you're gonna look it up.
Yeah,
what else? Man, but yeah, it's been a crazy. What is this? What month is this? 5 months? The 5th month? It's been 5 months.
Oh, we did start in January, I believe, right? January. Did we start like the New Year?
Yeah, and then I unfortunately broke our streak several weeks in a row.
Oh, but they don't know. I mean, they won't know when episode because we release in order. We're still consistent releasing an episode a week. So, this week it is this week is Ice Shield 21, and that's a fun one because we have Zane on that episode as well.
That one was a fun show. I would watch that, but again, it needs to be Japanese because it's so funny.
But that's 100+ episodes.
Dang.
Ice Shield 21. I think so.
Lot.
It's like a lot.
How can a show about football have so many episodes?
It's sports.
It's sports. Literally, yeah. It's sports. That's why. Look, Crimson Tennis.
How many games of football or tennis or boxing or,
There's only
you can have as many as you want and you just add players it's like the old school Pokemon card. You just add people, different types of Pokemon people.
Yep, I get it. But man, it's 100 plus. Even Free only had like maybe 24 episodes.
Oh yeah, I was right. It's Deer Dance from System of a Down. Let me find the lyric real quick. So, yeah, it sticks in my head every time because where is it specifically?
Mugen.
Yeah. So he says, a rush of words, pleading to disperse upon your naked walls alive. A political call, the Fall Guy Accord. We can't afford to be neutral on a moving train. And literally, I'm like, Mugen Train, because brain.
Is there like a song in Mugen Train?
No.
That's like
no.
Okay, Cori, you just kind of like I was like, oh, okay. There's a song in Mugen Train that says it has like an English Mugen Train or something like that, and then like I thought like that reminded you of an English song.
No,
but no connection. Just the word
Mugen Train.
It's just like because I think I was listening to because I got this is a particularly older one. I think it's a 20-year-old song at this point. And I was listening to random, like, either Surge or System of a Down within, like, the week. And then I was like, oh, yeah, Demon Slayer movie's out. I gotta go watch this. And then every time, I'm like, yeah, Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, a moving train. Beyond the Staples Center, you can see America with this type of... Anyway. I was just, it's just in my head every time. Mugen Train, moving train. It's stuck. It's associated. It's in there. That's
the like I guess one of the side effects of watching anime is like you know like a word like whenever I hear Ringo I'm like an apple but like I think of the Beatles because of Ringo Starr.
Yep.
Like I can't help you just connect random things like that's my random thing like oh Beatles Ringo but it's Apple but it's like I just get these weird images like snap 1-2-1.
When you have a lot of connections and you make them, that's what happens. That's a creative mind though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there's a collection of music by and I think I mentioned this when we talked about music a couple episodes back, but that sound really similar to some what are they called? Shoot, I'm sorry, I'm doing a terrible job of remembering things quick enough to be useful in a podcast right now. But
rock.
Yeah, kind of. Shoot. They did the music, some of the music for them, but it was all right.
Bucktick, Kagero.
No.
Mayflower.
Anyway, my point is there are times when completely disparate songs that I just like, yep, they're the same. This all Japanese made for an anime, this like thing about depression and sadness, they're the same. Like just connects in my head sometimes. Yeah, I can look at the bands, but Vicky's got to go in like 7 minutes, so I'm not gonna go on a tangent anymore. We've been on a lot of tangents. This show was basically a tangent about everything and 86.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, if you enjoy the show, please subscribe, leave a comment, say that you like us. We don't actually know if anyone watches it. I looked at our views recently. Our max views on any one of our videos, I think, was 5.
Wow. That's actually pretty good.
That includes basically everyone who's been on this, plus like one other person. So
yeah. Thank you, listener.
Yeah,
right.
We got one.
I think we could collectively introduce it to people we know. That might help. But anyway, set up polls. Have you heard of our show before? Did this show up in your YouTube feed? Now you're confused. Do you like talking about anime and hearing people make weird jokes? You should watch our stuff. That's our YouTube poll, just to get more people. I was also thinking if we ever wanted to do like a Twitch VOD, that's another way to make it. Well, maybe that doesn't work. Anyway, I'm trying to think of ways.
See our faces?
Yeah, maybe not. I know.
Blasphemy.
At some point, though, I will put the money down to give us a SoundCloud or whatever. But now I got to buy an iPhone because mine is broken, and apparently I have enough money to buy a stupid iPhone. Too expensive.
Yes.
Anyway, so that being said, please don't impress people. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
We have TV shows and movies about that. Don't do that.
Yep.
It's bad.
Let it be fantasy, not reality.
Yeah. Enjoy black people in robots. Don't put black people in robots.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
They were not.
You brought it up.
In the
I would watch
show,
that
they were
movie.
not.
No.
I would hella watch
They
that
were
movie.
not. Yeah.
Would watch that movie. Don't want to be that movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the historical drama that was based on that reality. Anyway. All right. So, that being said, Patrick is one of our hosts.
See you guys.
Vicky is our other host.
Bye-bye.
And I am the only host that matters today. Cori, take care. No 11s in your life.
Don't get no 86s.
Don't get 86th. Oh.
Yeah, that's the word they use.
You should have said that earlier.
Is that why they're called
86.
86? Whoa.
You did not really make the connection?
No.
I didn't make that connection. All right, I'm stopping my recording.
Bye-bye. Okay.